You guys want to start with Instagram's app?
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I heard about
Threads,
that.
yeah.
I don't know much about it though. What is it?
Yo,
I
do
know
you guys have
shit.
Instagram? Do you guys have Instagrams on your phone?
Because you need Apple, no? You need an Apple.
Search on Instagram. In the search, go type Threads,
Okay.
and then
Is it like Google?
and then you'll
where
see a
it,
little
like-
ticket show up. Click that ticket.
Okay.
It's your
Whatever,
invite.
right
It's your
now.
personal invite.
So you type in Threads
Wait,
into
on
search.
my phone?
Yeah, on your phone. Go to Instagram.
Oh, I see the ticket.
What?
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
That's
I go
so
to Instagram?
cool.
Yeah, go to Instagram and search Threads.
My Instagram's about to lock.
That's what I see. That is so cool. Look at that.
It probably says
Yeah, I
July
said
5th at 7 p.m.
No, so
where
it
I
says,
don't see Threads.
July 6th at 10 a.m.
Oh, I got my access.
You already got your access?
Oh,
What
maybe
the
it's
hell
an
are you guys
Android
talking
iOS
about?
thing. Did you search Threads?
Yeah, is it with a Z?
Threads.
And then when you search it, don't like click anything on
Yeah.
the right hand side in the search bar.
Oh,
there
no
should be a ticket.
way.
Click
Oh,
that.
what the hell?
Click it. When's your invite?
Yeah. Today at 7 p.m.
Yeah, mine was today
Aw,
at
piece of
7
shit.
p.m.
Mine's at
Terrain, you're Android?
Yeah.
How do you guys have different invites? That's weird. Yeah,
Oh,
It's
I'm
just by
installing it right
segmentation
now.
of the user.
but I'm assuming
I'm
if you go to your
installing it
app
right now.
store, you can download it. Maybe after you download it, you still can't log in.
Go to your app
Instagram
store,
account.
cool.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I
okay,
mean?
fair enough. But it says 13 hours for me. 13 hours.
But
and
I don't get
47
it.
seconds.
The app must be available.
But
It's
you may not
probably
be able to-
blocked.
Yeah, you won't be able to log in.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though. Yeah. So like,
So what is this?
What
It's
do you-
supposed to kill Twitter?
It's basically trying to be Twitter.
you think it'll work?
So we were talking about it today. So it's a single sign-on. So you sign in with your Instagram account. I guess they built this on some kind of infrastructure where you'll be able to display this content on other platforms. I guess like an API style thing.
Interesting.
I wish I knew. I wish I remember what the thing, because you probably would have been able to chime in on it a little bit more. But I think the concept of a single sign-on, because I thought it was a great idea, because like I don't have to get all my friends to follow me again. I don't have to work so hard to follow all my friends again. It's all like I
You
just
just
follow.
do follow.
Yeah, exactly. And like I know right now this is just Facebook. I mean Instagram, Threads. But imagine it's like across all platforms: Facebook, Twitter. Like you follow one person, you see them everywhere. But then someone was
They
mentioning
didn't
that.
do that with Facebook, if you think about it. Kind of like the
Oh, it said
stories.
follow-
aspect. You
It's
story
saying-
it, and its stories, but both. It does it on Instagram and
Yeah,
Facebook.
imagine a opposing argument was that you have a YouTuber that you follow. It doesn't mean you care who sees them on your Instagram, for example. Because imagine it was across all platforms.
Right. No, that's a good point. That is a good point. Each platform has different content type, and the context is different, right? And so some people are better at long form video and they're a bit more entertaining, things like that, and they provide better value via YouTube. But the same people might actually suck at short form and just contextual, like quick short narratives like Twitter or TikTok, right?
Yeah.
They would actually be worse at that. I feel like I'm a person like that where I'd be worse on short form versus long form.
Short form like Twitter or short form like TikTok?
Both, because it's like
Any short form?
any short form, because it's like for me, I'm a person who what is it called? Babbles on, right? To get I'm thinking out loud as I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So for that, I need long form
Yeah.
kind of platforms, right?
Yeah,
Versus
yeah.
short form.
But do you think it has the opportunity to beat Twitter?
I think the only reason it might be able to compete with Twitter is because of two reasons. It already has the network of Instagram, right? So they don't have to go and fight the uphill battle of getting a network effect
Users and stuff.
getting users and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
They already have it. It's just right there. That's one. Second, they understand scale, right? Just as well as Twitter does. So they understand how to scale apps like Instagram and Facebook. That's literally their forte, social media, right? And they were the first ones to do it at that scale. And so because of that, they can actually compete with Twitter, I would say, on that front as well. So they have two things going for them, I would say, right? And they also don't have the stigma of Elon Musk and all the advertisers and all that kind of stuff, right? And so they they can bring in those partners that are already promoting on Facebook and Instagram and all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff, and that whole partner network onto Threads now. And so now they actually have a better selling point to all their advertisers, saying we not only have Instagram, we not only have Facebook, we also have Threads,
Yeah.
and we also have WhatsApp, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they have 4 channels that they're going to be able to hit now.
Yeah.
And so it's a better opportunity for advertisers, which in turn funds the app, which
Yeah.
becomes better, right? And they can learn from all Twitter's mistakes or things
That's
along
true.
those lines, I would say.
So by the way, the thing's called the Fediverse.
Did it just go live like an hour ago?
Probably.
Yeah, because everyone is like literally like talking about Threads on here.
On
They're
Threads?
talking about Threads.
That's it. Yeah, they're talking about Threads on Threads. Welcome to
Pimp
Threads.
my threads. Instead of pimp my ride, it's pimp my threads. We love Threads so much. We put a thread in your thread.
And it's the way they launched it too that I think is kind a little bit genius, because the whole world is talking about it at the same time,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
And
it's funny because, like, what do you guys think about Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg going into the cage? Like, who do you think it's better for? I think this was like a crazy chess move for
this
Mark
is
Zuckerberg.
another marketing ploy.
Oh, 100%. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, who is it? They're both like marketing geniuses at this point for doing it. But I'm
Mhm.
saying, who does it benefit more? I feel it benefits Mark Zuckerberg way more.
Well, he's actually training more than Musk. Like he
Yeah.
actually does jujitsu. I don't know
Yeah.
what Musk does.
Yeah, just the walrus, apparently, where he sits on top of you and just doesn't move. That's what he said.
Musk said that himself?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I have this move called the walrus, where
He's
I
definitely
sit,
trolling.
where I lie on you and I don't move, right? Of course, but I feel like it's probably not too far from the truth. As in, like he didn't have any BJJ formal training, though he did train with Lex Friedman. Did you see that?
Who's Lex?
No,
Friedman?
I didn't. Lex Friedman is a martial artist.
Yeah. He has a podcast. He's like that podcast.
Yeah, the black suit guy with the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice setup he has.
Yo,
Really,
Netflix is
yeah.
really on here, like on this app. They're like, one of their thread things is Threads is kind of like Love is Blind, because everybody's all about the engagement. And then another one's like everyone act cool and Beyonce gets you. I don't get that reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the Beyonce. Like if Beyonce enters a room, the whole room is focusing only on one person. Like it literally
Hmm.
is. She's that person.
Mm.
She's that person. Like it's crazy, especially in the Afro-American community.
Right.
Yeah.
Train's already hooked on Threads.
I know exactly.
Yeah, I'm like just scrolling. I'm just looking
Our
at.
our
I'm
viewers
comparing
are
it to
gonna
how
watch Cran.
I'm comparing it to how Twitter is. So far, it's very similar.
I like it. It
In
looks
terms
already.
of-
I like it better than Twitter. I hate Twitter. Like,
It's a
I've
nice
been trying to
clean
get
look.
into Twitter. I hate Twitter. Is so like messy.
I like Twitter.
I like Twitter.
Yeah.
It's so
I like the agility of it. Like you know, different viewpoints. It's all different, and I like it. It's like yelling your opinions across in a digital town square.
not
as
the
they say.
concept, but like the app itself. I don't know. Like
Oh.
the ads,
Like the UI.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I generally subconsciously just go past the ads. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
annoy
Same
me.
thing, the whole like
It doesn't
sometimes
annoy
the
me.
tweet looks like it's part of the other tweet. I don't know. I don't really like. There's no division.
Okay, I just switched
You want
back to
padding.
Twitter.
Give me some more padding and margins, please.
I switched back to Twitter. It's actually so much similar. Like literally, like I don't see much of a difference.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand your argument, Ali.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just
It looks
team
pretty
meta.
much the
Everything
same.
meta does is better. Like,
I know, right? It's like the Apple of
yeah, exactly.
of social media.
It
comes back.
literally looks the same.
That's
Like
too
obviously, like
No, but look, there's so much
the
like
formatting.
there's so much wasted space. Look underneath each profile picture. Look at all that wasted space. That one has like the line. It shows you where.
What are you
like,
talking about?
Look, on
Threads is
Instagram-
the same thing.
Look.
Okay,
Look, you see this line? It indicates this is all one piece. It's all one group.
what is that? Is that Threads or Twitter?
Threads. And then Twitter,
Yeah.
it's just, what's up with all this empty space here?
Mm,
Like, give me a line. Add a line in there, you know?
Oh, you mean like the way? Okay, I guess I
Add
see
a
what
line
you're
for
saying,
me.
but like,
Trans
well,
like F the line. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
I'm like,
even
yo.
see this line.
I guess you could do something with that space. Okay, and now I can't unsee it. Now I see the space. right? But I'm literally on Twitter and all I see is his face on the left side. It's like, you know how you have those books, those line books with the margin on the side when you're
Yeah.
younger? You're a kid, you put a margin on the side. It's literally like that.
Trent's like, practice? You need to talk about practice?
Yeah, we're talking about
I'm a
margins here.
franchise player. Space?
Space? Talk about space?
Content?
That's hilarious. Content? That's too funny.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just,
no,
I'm
I
just not the
think-
biggest fan of the UI.
Yeah. I do believe that I think yeah, back to that question though, like who do you think benefits more from that fight, Mark or Elon Musk?
More both. I think both is public like awareness and maybe
Yeah, but
maybe
who benefits
Musk
more?
because Musk is like so much more in the, like you don't hear about Zuckerberg and like trying to make like a personal brand. You know what I mean? Elon Musk
Right.
is a personal brand in a way. I don't think Zuckerberg has that personal brand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
But
on
who
your,
has more
side.
users? Instagram, right? Than Twitter?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
But what
Yeah,
is
so,
that?
I mean,
I don't think any
fact-
platform will necessarily gain followers because of this fight, unless they're like you can only watch it on Twitter and Instagram or something.
No, yeah, they might do that. First of all, that would be pretty smart.
No.
Second, I think it benefits Mark Zuckerberg more.
Why?
Why? You said one point, which is Elon Musk has a better personal brand. One.
But I don't think
Second-
Zuckerberg doesn't care to build a personal brand.
He doesn't, but he now has a voice to promote threads, right? Twitter's already running. Twitter's already in the ethos. People are talking about it, regardless of like there's a fight, right? Like,
But do you think
know how to say
Zuckerberg?
negative
Do
publicity?
you think Zuckerberg will even talk about threads throughout this whole thing?
I think so.
I don't
think
know. I
So.
feel like-
I think he'll bring it up. He'll bring it up even subconsciously. Like it'll be sponsored by Threads. It'll be
Oh,
talked about.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
it will be putting Threads at the forefront when nobody would probably even know about Threads. It'd be like off the cuff
That's
feature that
fair,
they
yeah.
would release,
Okay.
right? Whereas Twitter's already in the ethos. Elon Musk is causing issues already. Negative publicity is still publicity. People still talk about Twitter, even if it's bad or good. And then there's defenders of Twitter as well, right?
Mhm.
And of Elon Musk, of like, look how many features he's like putting out, etc. Right? And so there's people on both sides. And so he's already in the conversation, whereas Threads is not right now, right? And so what's going to happen is Mark Zuckerberg is so smart for accepting this fights where you would think I could see Elon Musk doing that from before or doing some crazy shit like this or like a publicity stunt, but I didn't see Mark Zuckerberg do it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he took him on, that was such a 4D chess move, I think, because he thought, I'm going to probably beat him,
Mm.
right? Because I have a lot more training than him. And then that's another thing of saying like Threads is better than Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, it's just another like layer. So I really think this is like a 4D chess move by Mark Zuckerberg, in my opinion. Like it benefits him more than it benefits Elon Musk.
So apparently Twitter has about 396 million users as per this website called backlinko.com. It's the first thing that comes up on Google. And then Instagram has 28.88% of the world's 4.8 billion active internet users. So that's what? 28%, 4.8? That's some quick math.
That's
It's like
800 million?
1.5 bill?
Oh yeah? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Less than that, right?
I thought it was 800 mil.
28%. That's almost
Right,
30%, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. 1.2.
Okay, let's say 1 billion. 1 billion.
Yeah.
That's 3 times the amount of Twitter?
Yeah.
Twitter's at 396. So say you get say you get 1/3 of the people on Threads from Instagram. Done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like he already has the network. This marketing thing with Elon Musk was, I feel like Elon Musk shouldn't even like entertained it. You know what
Well,
I mean?
Elon
Musk
didn't know
never-
about Threads.
That's what
Elon didn't know about Threads.
Do you think he knew about Threads?
Oh,
Well,
Did he-
I'm thinking he doesn't know about Threads because
You
Threads
don't
only
think he
became
knew?
like last few days, right? It was talked
Yeah,
about.
but you don't think he knew? Like they don't know these things.
Maybe.
Ali's like, yo, they should hire me. They don't know these things.
They don't know. No, but like I don't know. Like,
Yo.
do they not hang out? Like, or the gossip up there is like, yo, did you hear Zuckerberg's launching?
They probably did.
At the
They probably
Billionaires
did.
Club, maybe.
Yeah. I think this got leaked though, to be honest.
What? And they're rushing the launch now?
No, I don't know about that, but they knew that
It's
it was
like
coming.
Bard.
Even the way he like accepted the fight though, which I thought was funny, was he like send me location. Like he
Was that Zuckerberg?
he,
Who,
like,
who,
is
who,
so-
who initiated it?
I don't know. I actually don't know the clear thing, but
Hmm.
all I saw was send me location and it came from Mark Zuckerberg.
That's
which
such
is
an
a
online
Khabib-
like
It's a
such
Khabib reference.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because Khabib would always say he's like
Send me
oh, I'll fight
location.
you. Just send me location, right? Like McGregor would be like talking and stuff, and he's just
Yeah.
like, tell me, send me location. Like that's a thing that he said,
Oh,
and
true.
Mark Zuckerberg just made that like it was genius. In my
Oh,
opinion,
Mark
right?
Zuckerberg said send me location.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because so that means I do think that Elon Musk kind of initiated it. Somebody said it. Oh, I think it'd be sick if they had a cage match, and then I think he took that tweet or Instagram, and then he said send me location, and then Musk got on board and he's like I'm down type of thing, and then it just became a thing.
So aren't they finalizing dates or some shit?
I don't know, but I would be fairly entertained to watch this. This would be entertaining, bro. Come on, two tech CEOs that are known to be nerds but end up actually knowing BJJ, and then this would be very entertaining. I'd pay for that.
What
I'd
world
pay
do
to
we
watch
live in? Like, what's going on?
I know, honestly.
Like,
It's these Logan Pauls of the world, right? That made it
Yeah.
acceptable, right? And they just opened up a whole new kind of era.
I want to check
I
this
do-
out some more.
Yeah,
this guy's hooked.
I think it's a good up. Sorry.
Well,
Darren's hooked.
I think majority of this episode is just the selling point is going to be viewers watching Turan watching Threads.
Yeah. This guy's what's going
I
on
got
over
four. I
there?
got 4 followers. I got 4 followers already.
That's awesome.
Did you just click follow all on like when they give you the option? 'Cause you can,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
easily that's what I did too. You can follow like everybody. But that
Yeah,
means
fuck it. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna.
yeah.
That means what?
There's only like the people close to you. That's that many people. That's it. That's only the number of people that are on there so far. But I guess today's the first day because I only have like 3 or 4 as well. So it's like it's not people are not jumping on it like crazy fast.
I'm
Look,
gonna
they're-
make a
they're
thread
probably-
live.
Sounds good. Oh, live threads. That's pretty sick. I do believe that they're doing it in a rollout fashion. They're rolling it out in chunks, right? Because of the infrastructure, it's a new product. I know they understand scale, but they can't go like 500,000 people using it all at the same time, right? Or like a
Yeah.
million or probably a lot more actually, sorry. But like 300 million people trying to use it
All
all at the
once.
same time. That messes it up, right? So that's why they have to roll it out because even with the other apps, right? Not everyone's using it all at the same time, and that's why they can sustain that load. If everyone tries to jump on this, it would be very difficult for them to manage the scale.
I'm surprised they didn't just introduce it within the Instagram app. I guess like they introduced TikTok style stuff in there. But is
Yeah,
this
I think
so
that would have been
different?
smart. Yeah.
Maybe it would have turned into like another Facebook. It would have been like imagine like Facebook. That's basically Facebook over the last 20 years. Every new thing, just add it in, like marketplace on Facebook, you know? So maybe they were trying to avoid that.
I mean, they try to do different things, right? Like, for example, Messenger was its own app,
Yeah.
right? It was a separate thing. They tried to make it so that it's separate app. Even with Facebook Marketplace, they try to segregate it enough so that it's not like
Is there a separate app
part
or you
of-
just mean go within the app?
Yeah, internally, like when you get into it, it's just like you're in Marketplace
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're not like seeing anything else, right? So you're right. Like they are trying to add a lot of things in one thing. Do you think that degrades?
I think a lot of
kind
people
of,
left Facebook for that
like an app
reason.
experience?
I think a lot of people left Facebook for that reason.
What reason?
Like it became too much, and I think sure the parents and the whole like older generation started using it stuff, but it also became like a pretty cluttered.
Yeah,
Was that the reason, or was it just that Instagram was better?
I think it was like twofold of both of those reasons, right? Like Ali's right. Like it
Isn't-
became
isn't
cluttered,
Facebook-
and then
Isn't Facebook essentially Threads and Instagram?
Oh yeah, damn. Yeah,
We're
yeah,
going
it is.
back. We're going. Facebook is making a comeback.
It is.
legit.
Like for real.
Mark Zuckerberg, man, send me location.
Yeah. You're like, this is it. This is all part of this plan.
This is it.
Yeah, that actually makes sense because that's what you could do on Facebook. You could do pictures and just
Yeah.
writing, right?
So,
just text.
The difference, though, is Facebook's long form. Like as I said, right? Like
Facebook
Facebook's
back in the
very
day wasn't long form. Facebook back in the day was I'm hungry. It used to post like the dumbest. I think it was even shorter than
Yeah,
Twitter.
I remember that.
Remember, yo, did you post on my wall?
yeah.
Did you post on my wall?
Jeez.
Oh my god, the walls.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But that's what I think
Walls.
it became, right? It became long form content, and people are like, okay, this is
Yeah,
too much.
longer, yeah.
Like, let's go on Twitter where it's like 140, right? That was their whole selling point. Twitter's,
Yeah.
right? It's a quick news, like just get to the point, so to speak.
I consume a lot of Twitter, and I feel like this is gonna be interesting now because I'm gonna be on Threads too. I'm gonna like actually explore it, see what it's like.
Yeah.
But right away, it just has Twitter written
But I
all
can
over. Like
really
Twitter
see the
actually
younger.
has its work cut
I
out.
can really see the younger demographic using Threads and not using Twitter. It's just like the cooler thing, right?
Yeah.
Like what Instagram did to Facebook, right?
Yeah.
That's what Instagram did to
Basically,
Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah. The thing about Threads right now, though, I guess maybe they can add it. It doesn't have spaces. Like Twitter Spaces, although I don't use it that much,
They're just nasty.
is definitely a good feature, yeah, to have. But I don't see why Threads can't do that. So
But see, it's like that's what Twitter knocked out Clubhouse just by doing that, just by having the network and just introducing that feature. And
Yeah.
I feel like Instagram is going to
Oh,
do
yeah,
that for Twitter
Clubhouse.
now. They're just going to knock them out because of. Do you remember that?
Oh, the app
Like
that was
that's
like
literally
invite only or
Twitter
whatever,
in a
right?
matter of.
yeah, someone posted a thread about that. This has Clubhouse vibes because of the invitation and all of that, right?
Yeah, so it's like that was a good app. It was very well done, right? Their market rollout was great. They had a bunch
was
of
way too
people like
slow.
high. Really?
The rollout was way too slow. I think if they didn't do it so slow, that if they got the more market, people wouldn't have switched so easily. I think at the end it was still invite. You had to still get in, even though everybody was getting invited, but you still have to get invited.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess after you're invited, you don't really give a shit. Like then you're like, all right.
Oh, I just found a cool feature that they have.
Mm.
So you could follow people right on the feed. Like you could click on their profile and follow right on the feed without entering their profile.
Yeah.
That's one less step.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
Gonna be
Twitter's gonna release this in like 24 hours. It's gonna have the same feature.
legit.
But hold on.
Well, that'd actually be pretty.
man.
That would be impressive.
How do you go view just the people
ahead.
you follow?
Yo, Ali, they could.
They can what?
What's that?
Go ahead.
No, you know how you talked about the white space?
Yeah.
Like
They already
could
fixed it.
literally use the white space underneath the profile. Yeah, they could just add like an ad or a follow button right under that.
Yeah.
They're listening to this podcast live. No, that would those are the things that like are pretty impressive. And thinking about UI and things like that, it's actually it takes a lot of work to think through those steps. So that's a good feature.
Someone said if it's a tweet on Twitter, is it a threat on Threads?
That's so stupid.
Oh man.
So,
That's good though.
but you can't.
I feel kind of left out, guys. To be honest.
Tomorrow's your day.
Yeah, tomorrow's your day.
Tomorrow you guys can watch me.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way
Oh,
to.
cool. Winter's gonna come on. No
There's
one's
no
gonna
way
be
to
there.
see like just your followers. It's just I don't know. It's defaulting to this mega chain of just random
Mega feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's the
I'm sure it's
I was looking into this feed business and like the architecture. It's like it's fairly hard in terms of architecting a proper system.
Really?
It's like, for example, you have to think about you have to think about like if you're curating a feed for one user, you have to somehow show them only their users, right? What they tweeted. So when let's say I tweet something, I have to all my followers. I have to basically fan out my update to all their feeds, so that when they log in, my thing shows up in their feeds, right?
Yeah.
And so it has to cache that information.
Which information?
But then
Like who
what
each
happened?
person follows?
Yeah, so let's say like I have 200 follows, right?
Yeah.
Followers, and I tweet something. The program has to take my tweet, put it into my feed, like my actual profile, but then it also has to go ahead and put it into the feeds of all the users that follow me.
Does it put it in the feed, or like when I open it, does it go get it?
No, because if it did do that,
Go get it?
it would be too slow. Yeah. You would never, it would not be fast at all. Imagine trying to get like thousands of tweets every single time you loaded the your app. So what it does is it stores your feed.
Everybody's
memory.
feed exists somewhere already.
Yeah.
Mm.
At least the first like 20.
Something, yeah.
Right? Yeah, and then when you're on it, it's like probably going back and calculating the next 20 before you even get there, right? So yeah, to be able to do that, it's like it's a lot of work, right? And then let's say you have 20, like now I have like 200 followers, right? That's easy. But now what if you're Lady Gaga?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Now you put it out and you have to update 21 million feeds, right? So for them, they do a bit differently. Like you have to start thinking about those things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, with those people, we can't do that. How do we handle that, right? So it's very sophisticated in terms of all
Yeah.
these things, right?
Guys, Twitter's in trouble. You can make a post, you can make a thread with a picture, but not just a picture. You can have a series of pictures
Like a
in
carousel.
a single thread. Yeah, like a carousel. So right here, you could do.
Yeah.
That's pretty
See
sick.
that?
Yeah.
That's
So you
pretty
think that
sick.
that's the killer? Like that feature is the killer?
So what? Twitter does not
Well,
do
these are
single
all
image?
things that Twitter doesn't have.
fair, that's
Twitter
fair.
doesn't have this.
Yeah.
But that's like Instagram, like a carousel on Instagram.
Yeah. Well, that's where they got it. Like that's what I'm saying. They're
Merging.
leveraging all
Yeah.
their.
Yeah, it's
I-
like what Apple did with Vision Pro, right? Leveraging everything that they
Just about to
learned
say that. I
by.
remember
Yeah.
when Turan mentioned that. That was a really good point.
Well, let's see what happens with this app. And
Okay, let's do a prediction, right? Let's go one by one and make a prediction. Ali, you start. We'll kind of revisit this prediction in a couple episodes when we kind of have a clear winner. So Ali, tell us what your prediction is.
I foresee it in. So what, this is gonna be like a 3 months thing, 3 months prediction,
Sure.
and then we do another episode in 3 months on it, or like we meet and talk in 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay. I see it being a success in the younger or not as serious type of content. So Twitter will remain to be the news and more serious kind of content, and Threads will be more towards like the jokes and like Netflix is here. Like, I don't know, I haven't seen Netflix on Twitter personally, but does Netflix tweet stuff like this, right? It's like this is like they're cracking jokes here. It's like imagine like TikTok style jokes, but in written content, and that's how I see Threads ending up, and it will be. I think it will be a success.
Turan?
Man, I don't know. I feel like Twitter is just gonna steal the features and add it on to its existing app and just make it better. And I feel like there are a lot of people that have built solid followings on Twitter, right? So I don't know how easy of a switch it'll be for them. But I think the general average user, maybe they'll switch over depending on the content on there, right? Because majority of the people are consumers. So it all depends on what they can consume and say. Yeah.
So overall, you think it will be a success, though?
I think it can be a success just based on those two features that I just mentioned. That does add a layer of simplicity. Like you can follow people right from scrolling. You can post a carousel of pictures, and you don't have to go into another page to look at it. Just look at it right there, scroll through. And I think also what I noticed is this is more of a visual thing, but as you're scrolling, the post sizes are not big. So what I mean by that is like as you're scrolling, you can already see the next one, which will be interesting because that I feel like that would increase your want to just scroll and scroll and scroll because you can see. And I think the other apps do that too. So maybe I'm just saying something that's already existing, but I think that's like psychology of, oh, the next post is right there. Oh, I want to see that, right? And then just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, that's fair. I think my prediction is somewhat similar to Ali's, but I do think that I believe that the people that have a huge following on Twitter, they will remain on Twitter. However, they're the same people who are business minded and they'll embrace Threads because they're going to be like, this is the new thing. How do I leverage this? Right. Yeah. And they're smart enough to understand. They've been in the game for a while, probably. If they have a large following, they understand that things change, platforms change. They're not loyal to them. And they're just going to try to figure out how to use Threads. Like Gary Vee is not going to be a loyalist to Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. He's just, how do I now use Threads and how do I leverage this? And I think if those big names get there, then what happens is the community is actually better because the advertisers are better, right? And so you're going to get better advertisements. You're going to get better kind of engagement on that front. And the community turns out to be better. And so all the people that hate on Twitter because of all the shit Elon Musk does now are going to be like, oh, we have an alternative. Yeah. Right? And now they don't need to stay on Twitter. Before that was the only thing that they had, right? So I believe that in 3 months' time, you will see that Twitter's not going to go away by any means, but Threads will be a significant player now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Man, Netflix is killing it on
You see your
Threads.
stuff, right?
Their posts are
See,
amazing.
like, would Netflix
Yeah.
post this kind of stuff on Twitter? I don't think so. Like, I think they post
Yeah.
funny stuff, but this is
Yeah.
like really silly funny.
I see what you're saying though. The UI is pretty cool. Like it's very simple. It's just black and white, and it just looks very
That's what I'm.
it looks very simple.
They amplified it. They like, we went back to the drawing board. We started from the bottom up, revisualized everything.
Even the way it refreshes is cool.
Like, Twitter just looks messy. I don't know.
Well, we know what Ali is gonna choose. He's gonna choose Threads.
I-
Anyways, yeah, I do think.
I-
All right.
Well,
In the last, like, during this episode, like, people are starting to follow me, and I'm assuming they're just clicking follow all, right, whatever, from Instagram. But like,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see, even just like while we're
Everyone's jumping
sitting
on it,
here,
yeah.
like people are hopping on, people hopping on.
yeah. That's the leverage of their previous network.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why they can compete, right? Had we, let's say, we try to create some sort of Twitter clone or whatever,
Yeah,
wouldn't have worked.
No.
Like it would be too difficult.
100%.
But since they already have that, network already, it just helps.
People who are already verified are still verified on Threads.
Yeah, it's the same login, same.
Yeah, makes
which makes
user.
sense.
Yeah. So do you think they'll go the route of Twitter where you can buy for a blue check mark or no?
Instagram's already like that.
Oh, really?
Instagram already introduced that, yeah. But it's like
Oh, so you could
you can like
interesting.
we're on like a waiting list for a few clients that like want it. I'm like, I don't think it's worth it, but yeah, it's like they
Right.
haven't. People already like started getting it. $10, $12 a month or something.
Interesting. Fair enough. All right, everyone.
Alright.
Check out Threads. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We're definitely gonna try it out. You know our thoughts. Maybe we'll make up another episode going through Threads itself. All of us this time. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, please subscribe. We really appreciate it. That would help us a lot. Put some comments below. We would love to have a discussion with y'all. Yeah, have a great day. Take care. Peace.
It'd be funny if Threads is trending on Twitter.